Welcome to video number 3 of how to upload a build to the platform. This is probably one of the most important aspects of what you need to all remember, because uploading the game into our system then means that people can come into your project and play the game. So this is kind of like the most critical aspect, because without this, the judges won't be able to play your game and you won't be able to see their feedback. As long as you're an owner in the project, you can go here to the builds section and you can see immediately no builds available, drag and drop, blah, blah, blah to get started. So this is pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you what this looks like, because at the end, the last video is some of the new, more experimental stuff that we've been building, which actually does this automatically. But, you know, I don't anticipate everybody will want to try that, given it's a bit early. But it's pretty cool, especially if you're building with well-known engines. But say you're building a game. What you're uploading here is the build that you would be sending to somebody. So if you're, imagine you have a friend, they don't have Unity installed, they don't have Visual Studio installed, they don't have anything, right? So what are you sending them so that they can play the game? So I've already have like a little game here set up. I can kind of show you how this works. So this is a game called A Short Hike. You can see it's just a Unity game. This is what most Unity games look like. You have the executable, the Unity crash handler, and so on. And it's just in a folder, right? To upload a build, right now we don't support uploading the folder. You can't just take this and do that yet. That won't work. You have to go out and basically add it and archive it into a zip file. So specifically a zip file. Doesn't really matter any of the other details, just make sure it's a zip file, and it'll compress it, archive it. You don't have to worry too much about anything like where the executable is or anything like that. There's no integration, there's no plugin, like nothing. It's just you have to zip it up, just like I showed here. And now I can take this zip file that I just generated, I can drag and drop it into this little area here. And it'll kind of tell me it's ready, and then I can hit upload new build, and now it will upload into our platform. It doesn't take very long. It's like a 200 megabyte game. Don't anticipate many of you will have, multi-gigabyte games or anything. Again, please upload the build, not the project. If you upload the project, it will not be playable, because there's no executable in projects. So this is kind of waiting, uploading a little bit longer. Let me just take this opportunity. If something does happen to go wrong, like what just happening here, this doesn't happen very often. I happen to capture a bug on our system. It can happen. Just refresh the page, right? That's all. It'll take a second, and just retry your action. So it's not the end of the world. Sometimes things will be a little funky. We are building software too, and we're dealing with the cloud, and sometimes our services will delay or have, little burps. So if you do run into an issue, just try it again. We'll wait this. Come on! Hooray! Okay. Sometimes you have to kind of go back and forth, and it'll pop up if it doesn't immediately show up like that. But yeah, so now you can see the build has been uploaded into our system, and whoever has access to your project can now come in and hit download build, and then I'll show you how that's done in the client as well. So yeah, if you can upload the build again. Let's do it again just for fun. Again, this is such an important aspect of the product of the platform, right? This is literally how you get the game into our system. And so without this, nothing works. So this is really, really important, and we made it as easy as possible to just upload the zip file, and it'll be available. By the way, if you have multiple versions of the same build, like you're uploading new versions, you don't have to delete the old ones. The most up-to-date one will be at the top. You can add tags if you really want to be explicit. But for the most part, it'll be very clear which one is the most recent one. Again, it looks like just kind of have to go back and refresh. So there you go. That's how you get builds into our system.